Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2017, the Unemployment Challenge, and I've made more moves in the transfer market, selling on Keane Bryan for 600,000. He wasn't going to be playing much for me, and his best player is in defensive midfielder. I don't really plan on using that position anymore, so that's one thing I don't have to worry about in the future, even if he is a good Premier League player. And the last major person I sold was Luca Gasparotto. Now, I hadn't planned on selling him, but he had it in his career plans that he wanted to play for in Italy at one point. And when they made an offer, and I said, okay, give me this much money, it was double what his transfer value was worth, and they gave me double the money I was. They gave me double of his transfer value, so I thought, okay, let's do that. So now he's playing in Italy, in the second tier of Italian football, much to my own surprise, but he's playing in his preferred country, so I perhaps shouldn't be too upset by that. Still, I've made signings, and I think I made decent ones. The first which was Joel Lynch. It's the last one. It's the first one since the last video. I bought him for £88,000, I believe. No, £110,000. And while he's not really worth a lot of money, I felt that his age could give me the experience I think we need to help us move forward. And if we were to potentially do well, I felt we could do a good job here. And, well, Joel Lynch isn't a bad defender, and I'm happy we've got him in. So let's see what we can do with him in the future. Mark Brasnik is the next player I brought in. Not the best striker in the world, probably only going to be a backup striker at the moment. But right now I'm just concerning myself, thinking, well, I can surely make this guy do well. I've only brought him on once so far this season as a substitute, because he was injured when I brought him in initially. But I'm confident that I can get him scoring 10 goals every year if I give him a chance to shine as a striker, first team striker. The next signing was Ottavio Goulart, and he's on loan from Manchester United. Not a bad signing. He's the best player in the Roman position, playmaker role, but he can play any position really well from as far as I'm concerned. So he'll be playing as a ball-winning midfielder. And the side, I think the only problem he has really is he gets booked every single game so far. He's in 4 games he's played for me. In Scottish football, he's been booked every game. Europa League, he's not been booked in yet, so that's one thing I should be happy about. But he's 18 years of age, he's got time to improve, and if United give me the opportunity to take him on loan for the second season, I'll happily take him for the second season. Who knows? My last signing was Desley Weiser. Now, I tried to buy him initially for £500,000. I wasn't able to do it, but now I was able to buy him for £1.5 million. It's his release clause, or relegation release clause at the time. So yeah, I was happy I got him, and I'm happy that we've got a good young talent. He's only 19, so he's got a bright future in the game. I'm confident he will produce the goods if I give him the game time. Admittedly, he's the 4th best defender, but it's not really concerning. Gasparotto was the man who I brought him in to replace. He's technically a very good player for what I have in mind, but right now he's still young. He's got room to grow, and he's going to try and fit in still. So I'm happy with the signings I've made. But anyway, let's look at the matches that I've had in July and August. Our first match was in the Europa League away from home against Borussia Mönchengladbach, and I was surprised by how well we did. We got a draw here, and Hargil actually gave us the lead initially. So 10 minutes in, his first goal of the season, we took the lead in Germany. Much to everyone's shock, but we weren't able to hold on to our lead. It was from this counter-attack that they were able to get an equaliser. It was a bit bad passing from Garrett, and Haberer was able to keep the ball, play across, and Vidovic got the equalising goal. But considering we were expected to lose, I'm very happy we got a draw away from home against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Who knows, maybe we can win. Our next competitive game was at home against Borussia Mönchengladbach, and we took the lead into the 42nd minute thanks to McGee's free kick there. And much to my own shock, we were really good in this game. I'm not going to lie, I was thinking to myself, oh, we're going to do badly. Yet, after we took the lead, we found ourselves actually doing better here. Camera on the ball now, here's Hagil. He plays out wide to Gillespie, who plays it in the middle, and it's an own goal from Badstuber, which meant we have a 2-0 lead in this match against Borussia Mönchengladbach. And just to make things even better for myself and for us, Gasper Otto scored what would be his last goal for us in the 80th minute to ensure his first and only goal for us, to ensure we had a 3-0 lead. Though admittedly, Borussia Mönchengladbach did get a goal back, but the fact we beat Borussia Mönchengladbach at all is a bit of a shock to me. Now, admittedly, it's a bit long build up, but hey, I can't really complain. But I think the fact we've done so well against a side like Borussia Mönchengladbach in itself is a bit of a shock and a bit impressive. I think we have overachieved. I think we've already overachieved by beating this sort of side. Yes, they scored that effort there, but we've just done what I thought was impossible. We managed to beat them, and for me, that sort of thing is rather stunning. Quite frankly, I still struggle to find the words to describe how happy I was with the result. They probably had more chances on target, but we were more clinical with our efforts that we had. What a win. What a win. Our next game was our first league game of the campaign, and we were away from home against Dundee United. And we did well. We got a 3-2 win, but it wasn't as easy as it looked. Or it wasn't as easy as it seemed anyway. I pretty much had to name a bit of a changed side because of how tired most of the players were after the Borussia Mönchengladbach game. So, for the most part, we had an almost completely changed side. And some players probably weren't as up to the game as they should have been. But Hayes plays this across, he finds Kinsella, who finds Walker, and Walker hits the effort, and hits the bar, goes back off Clark, but Walker gets his first goal of the season, give us the lead, 1-0, good stuff. But we don't keep hold of the lead for long. Zach Ruden actually gets injured in the build up for their goal, but Spital gets the equaliser, and Zach Ruden has to come off injured. And yeah, I was a bit shocked. And we found ourselves going behind in this moment as well. And I genuinely was thinking, oh god, we're going to have a complete change where we shouldn't have had an issue at all. Because we beat Dundee United last year, and apparently we don't have a very good record against them normally. Or we do have a good record, I can't remember off the top of my head. But that ball's there. I thought, okay, we should be fine. But Chazanowski made an absolute howler there. But we did get an equaliser just before the end of the first half, which was great. And it was very important for us. And Kinsella finds Hagil, who scores the effort. So, very delighted with that, really. I'm hoping that we can do better in the future now we don't concede many goals. Well, as many goals this year. But we did take the lead just after the beginning of the second half. And Weatherspoon finds Kuntongo, who finds Hagil, who scores his second of the game to ensure we have a 3-2 lead and a 3-2 win. Great stuff. Good for us. We're doing really well. First win of the league campaign this year. Our next game was in the Scottish League Cup against Clyde, and we took the lead thanks to the effort from Jordan McGee, who's proven himself to be a very good free kick taker for me. It's very happy for me. Jordan McGee scored a second thanks to that free kick which he got on the end of. So 2-0 inside the 25th minute of the game against Clyde in the League Cup, so I hope we can do well. But Clyde did get a goal back almost immediately after we got our second goal, so probably not the best moment in our career, but this is a really changed side, so quite frankly, I'm not concerned by what I saw here. We still got the job done, and Lafferty plays it across to Patterson, who gets there first to score. 3-1, Clyde get a goal, and it's well worked, got to be fair. But Sultan takes this free kick and scores with it. So we got two good free kick takers here. So for Tom Sultan to score his first goal of the season with that sort of effort is very pleasing for me. And we dominated this game for the most part. We probably could have done better at times, but I'm not concerned at all. We win 3-1. Our next game was at home against Ross County in the league, and we won this game 2-1. As you can see, we had a score at the top, and we took the lead initially, thanks to Hagil finding Goulart, who finds Hayes, who scores the effort. Good goal. Very good goal indeed. His first of the season, 9 minutes in. And we found ourselves 2-0 up just before the 20th minute of the game. Or did we? I can't remember. Ross County found themselves in attack. Johnston plays it in the middle, and yeah, we do take the lead. Never mind, we do make the one lead. We found ourselves going 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes when Walker finds Goulart, who's on loan at this point. Hayes finds Hagil, he finds Walker, who scores that effort. It's a simple goal. 70 minutes in, it's 2-0. It's a great, great goal, as far as I'm concerned. But Ross County do get a goal back just before the end of the first half, which didn't give me the... Well, didn't make me feel that happy actually. But Boyle finds the ball and scores. It's a counter-attack really. It's a really good ball initially, and it just feels like a really well-worked counter-attack that we probably shouldn't have allowed to happen. But we still win 2-1. I'm not upset because we got a win. Though we do need to get clean sheets soon. So our next game was in the Europa League, and we took the lead against the Danish side. I can't remember that name, but Joel Lynch gets his first goal for the club in that game with that move, and it was looking good. Johnny Hayes finds the ball in the middle. Hagil doesn't get to it, but Hayes finds it again, finds Hagil, and Walker scores the effort to give us a 2-0 lead against the Danish team. Mitterland, I think they say it. I could be wrong. I need to really figure that out myself. But we didn't keep a clean sheet again because we just are incapable of keeping clean sheets for some reason or another at the beginning of the season. And Wumar finds the ball. He plays it to Bobdillo, and Pisic ends up scoring that effort. I think Bettinelli was actually injured at the time, so I probably should have taken him off. But yeah, I think I took him almost immediately after they scored that goal, so that's why I did it. But anyway, we still got a 2-1 win. I'm not concerned. Even if they got an away goal, which we probably should have kept out. Our next game was away from home against Aberdeen. Noreen starts in this game, so it just shows the injury has played a role. And we took the lead thanks to Hagil with that effort. 1-0, 24 minutes in. I thought it was a mistake when he initially made that pass, but I realised afterwards, no, it's not a mistake. And literally just a minute later, we found ourselves going 2-0 up. And again, we won 3-2. Now, I'm not actually happy with the fact it was 3-2 because of how we got to our third goal. I'll show you when you'll see why in a bit. But Goulart finds Hagil, he finds Camara, who finds Jamie Walker, who finds back in the net with that effort. 2-0, 25 minutes in. 2 goals in 2 minutes. His 50th goal for Hearts. And we found ourselves going 3-0 in the 30th minute of the game. McGill plays it ball in a cross, and Hagil gets to that first after Goulart's shot wasn't really well saved, and that was Hagil's 5th goal of the season. But in the second half they start fighting back, and again, counter-attack working wonders here. Mackenzie, Jack finds McLean, he finds Boyce, who scores to make it 3-1. Okay, we should be fine. It's not like we're going to lose our lead or anything, is it? But in the 82nd minute, they came close after they got their second goal, and Boyce's shot was initially saved, but Mackenzie still got a goal against his former club to give him a chance. But we held on for a 3-2 win in the game. We really should not be allowing a 3-goal deficit to be reduced to just 2. Really, it's just disappointing. Our next goal was in the Europa League, and in a game we looked really dominant in, scoreline-wise, we actually went behind. Pusic finds Olsen, and Olsen's shot was actually something that Bettinelli did get a hand to, but wasn't able to keep out. So they actually were leading at one point on away goals. And it was in the second half, which I made a change to the tactics, that we really started to come back into the game. And I initially was fearing, we're going to be knocked out of the Europa League here. Please don't let us be in the playoff round again we're knocked out in. But no, we're able to do well. And we come back, and really, my pressing game, which is working wonders sometimes, is looking good for Hearts. Now, we did go behind initially, but when Hayes gets the ball here, you know he's going to do well. Plays it across, Huggill gets to that first, 1-1 on the night. He's 6th for the season already, and this is the guy who only got 7 goals all of last season. Weatherspoon played this across, he almost hit the bar. Hayes, you just got to say, Walker got really lucky that moment there, because that should never have happened. 2 goals in 4 minutes because of the defensive mix-up, which saw the defender almost score an own goal. But we pressed on, and we could be getting 3 goals in 10 minutes here. Walker finds Kamara, who finds Huggill. He plays it across, and Hansen scores an own goal. 2 own goals I've seen so far. 2 goals in 4 minutes, 3 goals in 9. What can you say there? But we didn't get a 4th goal until late on in the game. And Sultan has already proven to me why I'm going to keep playing him every so often from the bench. He's a good player. Not good, I can't deny that. But Duda finds himself on the ball. Here's Hansen, who's already got an own goal to his name. Olsen, who has got a goal in the right direction. But here's Huggill, and finds Weatherspoon. Plays that wide to Gillespie, who finds Goddard, whose shot was deflected in to give us a 4-1 lead. His first goal for us. And really, it felt a lot tighter than it actually was. The scoreline suggests we were absolutely amazing, but I think those 3 goals in just 10 minutes just killed them. And we probably didn't deserve such a big scoreline. I'm just going to say here and now, it didn't feel like we deserved such a big scoreline. The last game of August was against Patrick Thistle, and we failed to win. Against Patrick Thistle, who had no shots on target. We had only 5 shots on target, which was really disappointing, and it was one of the first games we had our new stadium really revamped. So our stadium has been increased to 21,667 seats, and only a handful were missing. So almost a sellout. But really, I'm disappointed we didn't get a bigger score, and we didn't win. To get 4 straight wins at the beginning of the season. What's this done for the table though? So the table looks like this at the beginning of the season. Celtic actually drew their first game of the season and won their last 3. We won our first 3 and drew our last game. Hibs won their first 3 and then lost their last game. So Celtic are top on goal difference only. We've conceded the same amount of goals already, 5 goals each. And a lot of teams have conceded 5 goals already, which is a bit concerning. But we've got 8 goals, the second highest amount already. Celtic getting a 5-1 win over Aberdeen, which doesn't help them in the slightest way. And I feel we got a bit lucky with some of the wins we got. But points are points, wins are wins. It doesn't matter how we get the wins. It just matters if we do it. But there's also one more thing to ask myself. What do we have in the Europa League draw? And how many Scottish teams actually made it to the next round? Into the group stages of both the Europa League and the Champions League. So, we're in the Champions League and I'm Group C with Lyon, Malaga and Tom. That was not what I was hoping, really. I was hoping for a bit of an easier draw than that. Because, well, they're all difficult. I wouldn't even mind it being in Group F. Because it's not exactly the hardest draw in the world. Hibs have got West Brom, Genk and Besiktas. Or Besiktas. How do you say that name? Besiktas. Besiktas. Anyway, doesn't matter. Rangers also in the group stage after they knocked out the Champions League initially by Fenerbahce, who are in this competition, by the way, have got Napoli, Hoffenheim and Rapid Vienna. I think they might have had potentially the more difficult draw, because Hoffenheim are not a bad team and neither Napoli. Though we've got Malaga and Lyon. I think Malaga might not be as good as they once were. So they got a bit more unfortunate, I feel. Hibs, though. Why did they... That's not the easiest draw in the world, but it's still not terribly difficult, is it? I would not have minded being in Group H, though. Dynamo Kiev, Club Brugge and Austria Vienna. Hell, I probably wouldn't even mind being in Group J with Braga, Panathinaikos and Gothenburg. or in Group K with Litzberg, Genk, Makato Tevavik. It's just something I'm concerned by. Champions League draw though. Celtic are in it. They got Bayer Leverkusen, Inter Milan, and Zenit St. Petersburg, which is a very tough draw. To be honest with you, Champions Leagues I think are even tougher than anything else now. It's probably the toughest competition you can wish for. There's no easy group as far as I'm concerned in the Champions League, so I'm almost happy we didn't get in that competition. But anyway, that's all I'm going to do for this video. Bit of a long one actually, because there's a lot of games and there's also a lot of things happening. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you like and share this video, and that you'll subscribe to my channel. It will really help me out a lot. So anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.